Hi, today is Wednesday, and I'm here because I want to discuss a matter in regards to this biological mother that has continued to slander me and try to make me feel bad for things that I had no part of. And it's really interesting how a person continues to try to take another person down when this person has never been in my life and has only caused, negative energy throughout my life. And, we wonder, since we never had any contact with this woman, I always felt like, why some energy that I felt a long time ago that was negative. And, a lot of times we think about it, but we don't know what the answer was. And, as time went on and on and on, it came to my attention when God told me about this person and what she was doing behind another's back, for several years and cheating me out of the life that I should have had. But, you know, it wasn't so clear at the time, so I never really pursued it. And, when God gives us warnings, like this. We don't understand still exactly what was happening. But now that we're in a time where, God presents himself and he saw what went on in this matter for several years, he knew, and he knew what would occur at this moment. And some of these people don't understand that what was done, it was done unfairly and very unkindly, because this biological mother had no right to try to be me or try to replace me with her and act like she was going to be the head of the household and try to control person, try to control my kingdom. And I wondered why this lady always hated me, but in my heart, I never really cared how she felt because, I wasn't raised by her. I was raised by adopted parents that treated me very well and loved me very much. And she knew of it. She never liked the idea of that, But anyhow, you wonder what is this lady's problem, I mean, for the day I was born, she hated me. But now I am 58 years old, and this lady's about 79, and it's really a shame how an old woman who, has kept this kind of bullshit um, hatred inside her for such a long time that it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Can't understand this kind of shit from people like this. It's very, they make it very complicated in their own mind of only just one person that that she has never been in my life. So, I don't really know what goes through this person's mind, but at the current situation in time, all she has shown is just too much envy, too much betrayal and jealousy for something I haven't even seen yet. And it's really mind-boggling when I have my own intuition and we can see what's going on and stuff like that. But these people have have portrayed like they gave me some money when these people never given me anything. And what I don't appreciate is that this person has fed these people so many lies about money and stuff like that, and and these people think that I hold money and I don't. Everything's being withheld, and I don't want no one to come up to me and ask me for shit when I don't have nothing. And I'm tired of these people beating in their heads that I have something. I have something in me, but I have I've never seen none of this, and I don't appreciate people thinking that they're gonna come and I have money. So, get that out of your head. It's just not right the way you guys are doing things and how you think. All I can say is that my money's being withheld from his biological mother and these family members. And all I know is that they don't want to give up the money to me and they don't want to do things the right way. And it's it's a pity that, nothing is going right because there's no honesty here or no good transactions. There's nothing but falseness when it comes to contracts and speaking, what's really happening to the property, the payments and everything that is being done. What is not being done, they have no consideration or concern if they lose property that's been in history. They don't give a shit about anything, and they prefer just to have have a legacy be lost and destroyed because of their ignorance and their selfishness. And it's the story is very open because many tarot readers that I know and the ones I look at and the ones I feel that are in tune with the higher spirit. I see many of them that are truthful in their readings, but some of them are not. But those tarot readings are only confirmation of what my intuition is, and good to have others' opinions when I believe in my intuition, but it's always good to have confirmation. But in this journey, there has been too much of deceit in this situation, especially when it comes to money or any information on my assets, and it's really out of control when it comes to them. Each person who acted in part of this court thing have taken items that were left to me, and the court should have had more protection over all this, because a lot of these items either has been taken and sold or have been mistreated somehow. And I'm just really feel like a lot of things have been unfair all this time, you know and especially with things that were supposed to be given to me a long time ago, and I was cheated out of that. But I take a look at this, and I know in God's grace that he's my attorney, and he's taking care of matters, and I'm here to let these people know that it wasn't right. We know that, and a lot of you were in on all this together, and you guys have all been working on this thing for several years, and I know it's been planned and orchestrated for this matter to the present. And this has been going on over 4 years, and we're at this point where it's going to be taken care of in God's name. But what you need to understand is that I will not, be going through this bullshit no more, because it took a lot of understanding of what's going on. But even though, a lot has been done in the wrong, I still understand that you people have a lot of issues and a lot of illegal issues that need to be confronted. We all need to confront our own situations. That's why I am speaking about, because I want you to know that it's just not right, and a lot of things that were done within this company, nobody cared about rules or policies or work ethics, and nobody acted professional. And it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be where things are going to be the same, and there will be changes, because, the way you people have worked in this company has just been nothing but a total disaster, and a lot of this has to do with the biological mother that has only an idealistic mind of the money, and trying to take my place as Empress and acting as someone she's not, and she has been doing this for way too long. You know, nobody wants to hurt a biological mother's feelings, but like I said, I have no emotional ties to this woman, and I don't feel shit for her. You know, my adopted parent was a good mother, and I was fortunate to grow up as a healthy, happy child, you know, but, you know, somewhere along the line, this lady happened to interfere in my life somewhere, and, maybe for a little bit, but she was never completely in my life, and it's really sad how a person who's old and acts this way, you know, it's her loss, not mine, but, there are things that I speak about, and it's about, you know, the background of this lady. It's not because, it's not to blurt this out, but this also has to do with our country and our public and our safety as citizens of the United States and our government. It has a lot to do with this. It's not only her trying to control me, she's actually trying to control the government. And this has been going on for several years, and her misconduct has been really horrible when it comes to managing this business, and how she has only, worked on her path, but she has just an attitude for bad business, and that's why everything that is going on, because nothing is done right and no policies and rules are done right, and the conduct for a federal person, it's really disappointing how we see as outsiders, someone in public who portrays as if, their profile is that person, when actually, that person is just has a rotten core somewhere that doesn't match the status that she portrays. And I myself have seen that within the years that she has still tried to operate under the government, she has only caused and conflicted more problems within this company and through the real business. All these other the legal aspect of this is that this business is fallen, but behind the legal part of it, that's where she's doing all her bad business. She does her bad business in her projects to create and manifest what she wants, but all in the wrong way. Just like this. Just like she's trying to take my position by going to England and talking bullshit to the court again, and then 1 minute acting like this is not mine, trying to be me, and it's gone too far. All she is doing is forging and bringing in people that are mismatched for me and in wrong intentions, and to do some harm to me. This lady completely acts ruthless and mean and a very unkind person that it's gone to the point where I have to get a restraining order on this woman, and I don't want no part of her. All she does is believe in violence and control people and locks them into the devil's cave. You know, this woman has done nothing proper right within this government for the last 10 years. And the reason why I speak about this, because it's so hard to believe how a person abuses legacy just to put it in destruction. And I'm telling you that my ancestors really don't like this. And they see what's going on. And you know what? And they're fighting to remove her also because they've seen all she has done was try to betray another person's life and try to mess it up and destroy what belonged to my father's lineage. These people don't care about their lineage or their proper DNA or really experiencing the true meaning of history. Huh? That's the last thing they want. The only thing that they see is dollar signs. Dollar signs to where it's not enough for them. It's it's really crazy how people really feel and the way they see the life and the activity of doing things that they shouldn't, and doing something this horrible behind one person. We're talking about one person. How horrible can people be to do this to one person? The way I feel is I don't want to have nothing to do with these people because it's just really not cool what they've done. And, I'm a forgiving person, but, the forgiveness, they've gone way too far in order for someone to forgive them in a heartfelt manner. You know, they just went too far with things, and for some of these people to be adult people, it's really, really shocking. But I I had really had to think and put things together, and all this goes deeper than what is going on now. All I know is it's really deep, and a lot of this deep happening comes from this biological mom this aunt, these half sisters, and these family members. You know, it has been going on. We're talking for at least half a century, half 50 years, example. You know, and within all these years, we don't know exactly everything what they've done, but you know, we know what has been done in the current circumstances, and it's become more clear and more defined on what is going on with these people. And it's really a shame how they have taken over a home that was meant for me, and how sad these people that don't have no empathy for the truth and what they've done. But, you know, they don't give a shit if you're homeless as long as they're active and have a beautiful home to sleep in. And now for mismanaging my house and mismanaging everything, look what's happening. And it's not coming from me. It's coming from God, because God is the one judging this. And He sees everything that's gone on. And, you know, I'm just channeling and letting you know how I feel and what I think that's going on and happening. But, you know, I do want you people to know that, you know, pray that you people one day change your life, you know, because being under the influence of the devil is sure hell ain't gonna help. And, you know, God is waiting for you to call His name, you know. Some people think that He doesn't hear us or doesn't know what we're going through, but the truth of all this, He really does. And, you know, when you believe in Him, then He works for you. But when you don't, you know, and you turn your back against Him and against your ancestors like this, the way things were done, then that's when He'll warn you and give you a sign, you know. And He puts us all into our thinking mode to think about, you know, what is right and wrong in our lives and how we could do better or we want to do better, but not the wrong way, not the way things have gone with this family. It was just wrong and injustice in many ways by the actions these people have portrayed themselves to be. And, you know, it's something we can't change because every human, you know, has their own choice in life and their own path in which way they want to go. And it could go good or bad, you know, just like they say, you know, heaven and earth, you know, and the grounds in our underworld, in our darkness, you know, from our light to the heaven, you know, our world is just changing, and it's changed so much that we should have be the kind of people who helps others in time of need, like at this moment, but people prefer just to seek greediness and selfishness like this mother did, and how she portrayed and backstabbed the government and portrayed many into who she was.